Hi, my name is Paula, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a blueberry jam cake. First, in this medium-sized bowl, add 1 cup of whole milk at room temperature. Then add 6 large egg whites at room temperature and 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Now mix the white ingredients together until combined. In a large bowl, add 2 1/4 cups of white cake flour. Then add 1 3/4 cups of white granulated sugar. Add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Now beat the dry ingredients together on a low speed until combined. Now add 12 tablespoons of cooled unsalted butter, softened at room temperature into can flour mixture, 1 piece at a time, and beat it into it on a low speed until it looks like wet sand. Repeat the steps. Mixture looks like wet sand now. Now pour half of the wet ingredients into dry ingredients a little bit at a time. And beat it into them on a low speed until well combined. Repeat the steps. I made the white cake batter. Now add and divide the white cake batter into 3 8-inch round cake bags with a sheet of parchment paper. Now place the white cakes into a preheated 350-degree oven and bake them for 18 to 22 minutes. Remove the white cakes of the oven after baking at 350 degrees for 18 to 22 minutes. And let it cook completely for 2 hours. You can make your blueberry cream cheese frosting. First, in a large bowl, add 1 1/2 cups of confectionery sugar and 8 tablespoons of cubed unsalted butter, softened at room temperature. You can make your blueberry cream cheese frosting. First, in a large bowl, add 1 1/2 cups of confectionery sugar and 8 tablespoons of cubed unsalted butter, softened at room temperature. If you like, add 1 pinch of salt. Now beat them together until combined. Add 8 ounces of cubed cream cheese at room temperature into a burnt cream frosting, 1 cube at a time, and beat it into it until combined. Repeat the steps. Now add 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. And beat it into the cream cheese frosting until combined. Now add 2 tablespoons of blueberry jam into cream cheese frosting. and beat it into it until it turns purple. I made the blueberry cream cheese frosting and it turned like purple. Add and divide the blueberry cream cheese frosting into 2 bowls by adding 1/4 cup of that. And also I added 1/4 cup of the frosting into the small bowl. And also I added 1/4 cup of the frosting into the small bowl. Just add 1 tablespoon of blueberry jam into frosting. That's the first bowl. And stir it into until it turns darker purple. And then add 1 teaspoon of the blueberry jam into remaining frosting. And stir it into it until it turns darker purple. Now add 2/3 cup of the blueberry jam on top of the bottom layer of white cake. And spread it around it as evenly as possible. Add the second layer of white cake on top. Then add another 2/3 cup of blueberry jam on top of the white cake and spread it around it as evenly as possible. Now add the last layer of white cake on top. Now add the blueberry cream cheese frosting on top of the cake. And spread it all on the top and onto the sides of the cake. Place the blueberry jam cake into the refrigerator to chill for 30 minutes. Place the blueberry jam cake into the refrigerator to chill for 30 minutes. Now add the dark purple blueberry cream cheese frosting around the bottom of the cake and spread it around. Finally, if you like, add some fresh blueberries on top of the cake for garnish. Here's the final presentation of the blueberry jam cake. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.